Now this is an Australian speed camera. These things annually rake in over $1 billion here in Australia. And today, guys, in this video, we're gonna teach you how to avoid these things. Now here we're out on Great Eastern Highway. This has got 3 lanes of travel. It's 60 k's an hour. And just look at the sprawl here. Very open, easy to see, and there's not much residential access. And this road right here is Orong. It's 70 k's an hour. It's only 2 lanes wide, full of residential houses. I'm on the bloody sidewalk. I could just about touch the traffic. Now we're out here on Grand Farmer Freeway. This is one of Perth's major highways linking us into the city. Again, 3 lanes either side. We even got a full emergency lane. And this is 80 k's an hour. Only 10 k's faster than Orong Road, right next to residential houses. And you want to know why this is 80, Great Eastern Highway is 60. It's because of the speed cameras. Revenue raising at its finest. Now we've all known about revenue raising. If you're Aussie, you've been in Australia, you've most likely got a speeding fine once in your life because they'll fine you for just about anything here. And rather than actually doing legit police work, they seem to just want to big brother you and put cameras up all around the place. Yeah, it's a bit nonsense. And unfortunately, it's getting closer now to actually $2 billion a year with all the states combined, because just Queensland and Victoria alone are projected this year to make over $1 billion. And last year, they totaled up over $870 million in total revenue from camera fines. And that, sir, is just mind-boggling. It's criminal, actually. Just Queensland alone, again, it's $500 million per annum. That's over $1.37 million per day. Over $57,500 every hour. Every hour, on the hour, for 365 days a year. Yeah, printing press, we don't need to say any more. So the reason we're making this video, trying to help you guys out, it's a little app I like to call WAZE. It's free to download, it's free to use, and this thing can legitimately save you thousands of dollars and keep your license. Now WAZE is essentially a user-based map. So unlike Apple and Google Maps, you can add to the map in real time. So you sign up, you have a little Pokemon Wazer guy, and if you see a guy on the side of the shoulder, you can report it, be careful. If you see police driving by, you can say, hey, be careful guys, there's a cop here. If you see a hidden camera, you can say, hey, there's a hidden camera here. And essentially everyone else using the app can see what you've reported, and then they can say, yes, that's true, I saw it as well. And it gives you a very clear, detailed map of what's actually happening around you in real time. And that's the big ticket item, the winner of why you want to use this. And the more people that do use it, the safer the app actually becomes. Let me give you guys a little bit of a practical example, as I did just recently film myself going by a speed camera. All right, we're coming up on a police reported speed camera ahead. According to WAZE, it's going to be just after one of these intersections. So we are lowering the speed and we are keeping our eyes peeled here. Yep, I can see it already. Ute at 2 o'clock here, right there. Bam. WAZE coming in clutch again. Look at the fat guy sitting in there. Sitting in the ute, just raking it in. What a dog. And just right there, again, that is the beauty of WAZE, how you can see someone's reported a speed camera and I slowed down for it. You know what I mean? So no more 10 over, 11 over, none of this garbage when you're really just going with the flow of traffic and all of a sudden you get stung with a minor offense that can actually add up. Because Queensland, let's go back to Queensland once more. Now, why did I go and grab these crappy old wiper blades off the VZ? Well, because they're garbage. And, mate, these things, they're going in the bin because we got WiperTech wipers now. And we're putting these on the VZ. I tell you what, we're sponsored by them, but these are legitimately the best wipers I've ever had. And that's why they're on the F6. That's why they're on the VZ. And that's why you should buy them. So, come on, guys. What are you doing? Link is down below. Click it. You're going to get 15% off. You use my code and free express shipping. So, street free every time. 5-star reviews. Straight to your door. WiperTech's the goods. Let's go back to Queensland once more. 1 to 10 Ks per hour is going to cost you over $287. $287. That's almost a day's work for someone. And you are definitely getting points off too. If you get caught going between 11 and 20, $431. 21 to 30, $650. It's crazy. It's crazy because doing 20 Ks over the limit, I'm sorry, here in Australia, is very easy to do. Some of these highways, just the ones we were examples of, 80 Ks an hour. 80 Ks an hour on a multi-lane freeway is just stupid. It's backwards, Australia. And I've got evidence to prove that because not only in Germany do they have the Autobahn, an unlimited speed limit you can do on that section, you've got the UAE as well. 140 to 160 on most of their highways. 160 is the speed limit. Are you insane, Australia? We've got basically the same bloody layout in the middle of the bush. And, man, the cars only get safer, the roads only get better, and the cars only get quicker, but the roads somehow, the speed limit gets slower. It doesn't make any sense. Turkey, even, 130 to 140 is the average. And then, look, we've got a list of countries: Denmark, Netherlands, Italy, Luxembourg, Poland, Ukraine, USA. 130 plus is the average on their speed limits on their highways. And look, I am going to shout out Northern Territory because they are the only state that actually does have a 130 speed limit, which the whole bloody country should be 130. What the hell? Like, Northern Territory are the only ones that seem to have any brains up there. Because back in 2014, they actually opened up a 330-kilometer stretch of highway that they actually made unlimited speed zone. Like, you could legitimately go as fast as you wanted to because the philosophy behind it was they wanted to eliminate fatigue. You know, you're sitting on cruise control for bloody 12, 13, 14 hours. You get tired, you get bored. You know, you get into that section, hey, we can open it up. We can go up to 140, 150, 160. You can have to focus. You're going to have to, like, know what you're doing. Look at the road. Be aware, be conscious. And if you're actually a good driver, you've had some education, there's nothing wrong with it. And in that 1-year trial, nobody died. Not one fatality, and then they canned it. They closed it. They said it was too dangerous. No one died. Who died? No one. And they're back to 130 now, that road. And it's just unfortunate because why those other countries are so successful at allowing higher speed limits, it's because they have proper driver education. They do driver's ed. They have road manners. They know the road rules. They get out of the bloody fast lane. Get out of the fast lane! Like, seriously, the amount of people that are in the fast lane barely doing the speed limit. If not, they're not even doing it. And they just like to sit in there, they do whatever they want, and then I go to undertake them, and they start honking, screaming, and they want to chase me down. Get your head read, man. Get your bloody head read, because that's the fast lane. Get over to the left if you ain't going to move. It's a simple philosophy that every Australian should know, and they should follow through with it. It's crazy. Just because you're doing the speed limit in the fast lane does not give you the right to sit there just hanging along next to the other guy. That's not how it works. But I digress. But anyways, the big problem here is that the fines don't warrant the speed. The speed doesn't warrant the fine. You know, you're on the motorway, for example, it's a 80 an hour road, let's say. It should be 100, but it's 80. You get caught doing 10 Ks over, Is that acceptable? I think that's an acceptable speed over the limit. Doing 90 and an 80, I don't think that's killing anyone. That's going to land you almost $300 in Queensland. That's too much. You know, you go 15 Ks over the limit. Well, now you're in nearly $500 territory. And if you did 20 over, well, there's $650 gone. That's a lot of coin. And I'm going to show you guys an example here of how stupid that is, because 10 Ks, 15 Ks, even 30 Ks an hour isn't that fast. I'll give you some perspective. So we've come out to this road. We're going to do a bit of a test. I've put my trainers on. We've got the draggy in hand. And I'm going to time myself to see what speeds I can actually do. And this is going to put into perspective just how minuscule some of these speeds actually are. So there it is, guys. Look, just a basic walk is nearly 5 Ks an hour. Light jogging, we're getting like 15 Ks. And full tilt, we actually touched 30. Like mid-20s is super easy to do running. And again, I'm not an athlete. Just my shoes are barely tied. That's the kind of stuff you're getting loss of license for. It's pretty dumb. So as you can see, it most definitely is pretty dumb. And this, again, is why you need to use WAZE. Use WAZE. It will save you countless fines. It might not save you from every camera. It definitely won't save you from every camera. But it's going to save you from 90%. And it's going to let other people know where they are. Yo, you're going to feel much safer driving. And it's a better app. It's a better map. You should just use it. And Australia, you need to grow the f*** up. You need to up your speed limits. Stop this nanny big brother garbage with your cameras on every bloody street corner. It's un-Australian. It is. It's disgusting. And we need more driver education here. I would love to see young drivers being incentivized to go to driver's ed. You know, teach these kids how to actually drive rather than follow some mandated speed limit. Because I'll tell you what, a lot of these speeds are bloody dangerous. When you're doing 80 Ks an hour on a freeway, you're merging off, and all of a sudden it drops to 60 straight away. Man, it's a recipe for disaster. I'll tell you what. And, you know, everyone's constantly looking out for speed cameras. They're worried. It's a bad way. It's bad. So we need to have better education. Use WAZE. Let's be safe on the roads, though, guys. Huge thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, smash the like button, subscribe. We'll see you on that next one. Whoa. Whoa. 70 Ks, man. Fucking hell. Driveways everywhere, bus stops.